Hello and welcome back to my channel. As always, if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Harrison. Today I'm doing a video that I have sort of been planning for months now. If you've not already guessed by the title, it is a review of my Sony A5100. Now, I bought a new camera a few months ago now as a vlogging camera, and I've been trying it, testing it, and using it, ready to give you guys a review of it. So, for years and years and years, I have been a Canon person. This camera I'm filming on now is my Canon. I absolutely love Canon. In the camera world, you will often find that there are three main camera brands. So Canon, Nikon and Sony, and you often find that people stick in their group. So if you've got a Canon camera, they only have Canons. If they've got Nikons, it's that. If it's Sony, it's just Sony. So people don't tend to mix and merge between their cameras. So I used to vlog on a very quite basic standard camera, which I think was like a Lumix or a Panasonic. It was like a mix of both. Both names are on it, so I don't know what it was. But I had that, which was gifted to me for my birthday, and it saw me through absolutely everything. It was a perfect camera for my first vlogging camera. I'd taken it all around the world with me, and it's what started my YouTube channel, so I love that camera. However, the quality's not so great, and I think it was time to kind of step up my camera game when it comes to vlogging, especially as I'm going travelling, which I've announced recently, which I will leave that video linked at the top. So yes, as I'm going travelling, I thought I would invest in a new camera so I can capture the best content I possibly can, because I don't want to vlog on this massive Canon camera that I'm filming on today. So I had been looking for a new camera for so long, and I had been going online, I had been going into shops and reviewing cameras basically. I had just been kind of comparing them and seeing what's what, and I really couldn't decide. As you will probably know if you're avid YouTube watchers or vloggers yourself, the most popular vlogging camera is the Canon G7X. So naturally, that is what I was drawn to. I thought everybody's got it, so I might as well get it. I have got friends who have it, and I've tried theirs, and it is a good camera. It's very easy to use. Again, it's Canon, so I'm already on the Canon kind of bandwagon, so I know how they work. So I was very kind of adamant that I was going to get the G7X. I went into the shop, basically, started looking at cameras, and I had found the Sony A5100. I had put out on Twitter what camera to get, and I had got quite a few comments saying, get a Sony camera. I watch Fun for Louie's vlogs a lot, and I know he uses the A700, I think he uses a lot. So he uses Sony cameras all the time. So I had heard about them, and I'd heard about how good they are, but when people were telling me to get one over the G7X, I was torn. I must have spent about an hour in the shop just comparing and looking at them, and eventually I came away with the Sony A5100. So today I thought I would review it. I will talk you through why I chose the Sony over the Canon. I will talk you through the things that I love about the camera and the things that I don't like about the camera, and why I am more than happy with my choice of the Sony A5100. This is the camera here. This is my vlog setup. I have the camera mounted on this, which is the Manfrotto Pixie tripod. Again, a lot of YouTubers have this in variations of colours. I went for this one because it was the cheapest at the time, so gotta get those bargains. But this is the camera itself. Let me take it off the tripod so you can get just a good view. I'll probably do a cutaway so you can see it, but this is the camera. So this is the Sony A5100, and I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely in love with it. So if we start with the outside, what it looks like, what it feels like to hold, etc. So you have on the front, basically, let's start with the front, you've got this kind of leather section here, or plastic leather, whatever it is, as the grip. You've got the lens, which actually is a detachable lens, which is one of the big reasons I went for this. You've got on the side here a way to zoom, and yeah, quite quite a standard camera. As with all vlogging cameras, it does have the old flip-up screen. You've got a little button on the side here which will pop out the flash. Never used the flash. And then on the top you've got the way to turn it on, you've got another way to zoom, and obviously you've got the button to take the pictures. On the back it's very simple, and this is what I liked about the camera. You've literally just got your menu button to view what you've done, the bin button, and then this dial here which spins around. So it's very easy, and then obviously you've got like the record button. So it's a very easy camera to use, and that is what I liked about it when I was trying them and I was looking at reviews online. It is just a very simple camera to use, and I think when you are vlogging you need something that you can just literally turn on and be good to go. So let's start with the positives of the camera. Number one is the quality of this camera is insane. The quality of pictures are amazing, and the quality of video again is just as good, and that was the biggest focus for me when I was buying a camera, was that quality, and this definitely has it, and I'm so pleased that I went for that. The interchangeable lens was a big plus for me. You can buy adapters that you can fit onto here, that you can put a Canon lens onto this with the Sony lenses, so I've got lenses for this camera that I'm filming on, so I could use those on this if I wanted to, which again is another plus for me. And just what it looks like, I think it's a really sleek, stylish camera, and it is somewhere between like a little point and shoot and then a big SLR. It is very much in between, so I like that about it as well. There are just a couple of things that I don't like about it, one of which is the size of it. So that lens adds a massive chunk to this camera, which means I can't just put it in my pocket. It's a big old camera to carry around, and when you're just vlogging day to day, you need somewhere to put a camera. You're not always going to hold a camera around, and with this you can't just put it in your pocket. It takes up a lot of room, and I don't think I fully considered that when I bought the camera, that actually I missed with my old one just being able to slide it in my back pocket, and that's that. This ain't going in your pocket. Another downside, which is just a little bit of like a tech problem with it really, is you can't delete everything. So again, when you vlog, each clip is a different file. You can't just highlight them all and delete them. You can only delete all by day, which is so irritating, because once I've vlogged everything, sometimes I vlog over a week or a weekend or whatever, you just want to go in and press delete all, but you can't do that function with it, or I've not at least found out how you can do it, and I find that really irritating with the camera as well. So I've not got it on at the moment, but there's a lens cap with this, and I don't like that, because you've then got a small lens cap that you've got to carry around with you. At least with the G7X and other small cameras, when you turn it off they have the built-in lens cap. This has a separate one, and I don't like that. I just find it a little bit more irritating. I think the quality by far outweighs any of the negatives, and all the negatives are not very software-y, they're just physical, apart from the deleting. But other than that, I'm in love with the camera. Why choose the Sony over the Canon? Now, this was a big old decision, because I was dead set on getting that G7X. I absolutely was like, no, I'm getting the G7X, I don't care what anybody says, the G7X is mine. On reflection, I'm so glad I didn't. So number one, the quality of this camera is a lot better. The megapixel is a lot higher. It's a more of a professional camera rather than, like I said, a point and shoot. Now, don't get me wrong, the G7X is an incredible camera. The quality is really, really good on it, and it is the perfect vlogging camera, so I'm not slagging that off at all. However, with this, it is more of a high-tech camera. Like I said, you've got the interchangeable lenses, and it is just a little bit more, I think it's just a little bit of a step up. So the quality is one thing. The price point, again, is a massive thing. So for comparison, I spent $380 on this camera, I think. That was with, I think it was like 70 or 80 pounds off of it. So I'm pretty sure they originally retail for about $450, the Sony. So the Sony retails originally for about $450, I paid $380 for it. And the G7X retails for about $560. So the G7X is a lot higher of a price point than the Sony. I solely believe that is down to the popularity of the camera. If it wasn't for YouTubers, if it wasn't for vloggers, nobody would pay an interest in the Canon G7X. But because all vloggers use it, everybody wants it, so Canon can afford to raise their price. So the price point was one thing, the quality is the other thing, and also the longevity of the camera. When I go travelling, I plan to at least, I don't want to say I'm going to daily vlog, but I will be vlogging a lot, and with the G7X I have found that it breaks so easily. The screen falls off of it, the shutter breaks, the quality just dies, the sound dies. I've seen a lot of people get through a lot of Canons and a lot of G7Xs, whereas with this, I've never seen any problems with it at all. So I'm kind of thinking longevity of the camera as well. Whilst I'm out in New Zealand and all the other countries that I'll probably go to, I can't afford to be going to drop a few hundred on a camera when this one breaks. So longevity of it was a big thing to take into consideration as well. And then just the final thing was value for money. So I've already spoken about the price point, but what I'm actually getting for my camera. So the megapixel of this, like I said, the quality is a hell of a lot better. You've got all the interchangeable lenses, the Sony software, it's a great camera, and I think for the value to money, I just think is incredible. So I think I was getting a lot more for my money with this than I was with the Canon. That is why I chose the Sony over the Canon. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. I feel like I've just rambled and probably not got through all the points that I wanted, but I didn't want to do one of these typical like reviews and taking pictures and things like that. This is just, I'm not a camera expert at all, so this is just my opinion on the camera. Using it so far, I absolutely love it. I think my vlog content has massively upped its game. There have been a lot of sit-down videos where I've actually filmed on this rather than my big camera, and you know, the quality is 100% there. So yeah, I'm so pleased with my purchase, and I hope you've seen this as a bit of a real review rather than the technical side. This is just me not knowing much about cameras and how I've come to use it and love it. So that is it. That is my review of the Sony A5100. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell, because apparently that notifies you when I upload, so hit that too. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one.